you go. Here she is. Green.
The black and white days of
The first piece. You're nervous as hell, aren't you? I did clean this one behind it actually.
Yeah, well,
that's on the camera.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's wasting our fucking time.
I didn't clean the rear bumper and
Can't have a look at the
yeah, so unfortunately we had to cut it real short here. Luckily the FD naturally pulls them close together so that way it will sort of sit there, but I didn't clean any of this on the underside and it is like oily and disgusting and dirty. The wrap looks sick though. It'd be funny if we did a grey wrap on this car, eh? Do it black and white and then all of a sudden it's just black.
Not grey.
Yeah. We're back here at Empire Tint and Vinyl at the moment and the car is looking very bare. There's a lot going on, so I apologize about everything being in black and white once again, but I can't let you guys know what the color is just until we bring it outside. But it is looking so incredible for a wrap. So I finally got these side skirts done, the doors done, rear bumpers done. We've actually done a fair bit since you guys last saw, and both the fenders are now done. So yes, what are we doing over here?
Cleaning up your mess.
This has been
a
CAD 4 RX7, is it? Yeah, right. So back before I brought it in, Brett told me it needs to be clean. And he's like, it needs to be clean. And I know you keep your cars clean, but it needs to be wrap clean. I'm like, yep, no worries at all. As it turns out, was it wrap clean?
Was it wrap clean?
No, it's not wrap clean. And then once I started pulling off the rear bar and everything, the fact that we have stuff like this is not fun. Yeah, so I mean, like it was, the car was clean and I did like underneath the spoiler and everything else as well. Like it's clean, but it's not wrap clean apparently. So anything in terms of like even just little things like this, because I'd never taken the lights out before, going and wrapping this rear quarter here, it has to wrap around here. So it needs to stick down the very edges of here. So I'm thinking like the car's perfect. It's got no sort of major defects in it and there was nothing really in behind the paint. So there's no real point to, you know, take everything out because it looked great from from the outside, but taking off all these parts, you realize just how bad everything is down here. So we need to literally go along with soapy water. We're just getting rid of all of these edges, all of this dirt that's sitting in down here. All of this will need to be done so we can wrap that quarter there. Like all of it is just horrid. And then when you clean it, it goes into the floor, and because the Inositech wrap is so, well, is that how they apply the what's the call it sheet? Yeah. So that protective film that goes over the top of the wrap before you peel it off and put it on is static adhered. So of course, if we have a whole bunch of loose lint on the ground, literally as soon as we peel the backing sheet off, it just rises onto the wrap and then it's basically useless. You end up getting little tiny like dirt nibs. Like, I don't know if you can really see it like that right there. I'll see if I can bring it up on camera. It's not gonna work. God damn it, you can kind of see that little tiny spot there. So yeah, it'll come up like that, but there'll be hundreds of them. So yeah, at this point in time, I think the goal is we're going to leave the carbon bonnet carbon for a bit. We're going to see how much wrap we have left over. We're trying to, with the Inositech, you don't get very much wrap with the actual roll itself. It's very expensive and it comes with 18 meters instead of 25. So the fact we've already done so much of the car and we've already gone through half a roll. It's kind of like, yeah, we've got a few other really big pieces to do so we can make the call a little bit later. So yeah, I'm excited though. I know Brett is too, but it definitely isn't his favorite color. So yeah, no, it should be good. Even if I reckon we leave the carbon bonnet carbon, we'll still get some more wrap in the future. But for now, I'm going to use this piece right here. So this is going to be the new side skirt. So as you guys can see, it's very cool. We've also got some arrows on it for the direction of the thing as well, because all this wrap is directional, the way that it's printed. So now we're going to do this little side skirt down here. I've already done one side, as you guys can see over here. Keep in mind this is my first wrap job, so if there's anything you guys see that's weird, please don't kill me about it. But yeah, and then this quarter panel is going to sort of tie into all that and go across all there. So yeah, it's looking really good though. So yeah, 3 days in, just doing it in our off time, and this is what we've come to so far. So I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse, and I'm going to quickly do this little area down here and show you guys what we're sort of doing. And then after Brett's done all the inlays on the front bumper, because there's like, obviously you can't stretch the film crazily because otherwise it'll just end up lifting and you'll lose the color in the film, in the green. Because green's one of those colors that likes to lose all its color. Oh, before that, can I film the cars at the front? Yeah, cool, excellent. I'm going to quickly show you guys something. So we actually came down here on a Saturday to come do some tinting and stuff like that and work on the car a little bit more. Because as I said, this car has mainly been doing, we've been doing it after hours. I've been staying back at work until like 7:30, 8:30, 9, whatever. But yeah, I also came on Saturday too, just to come and do some stuff. Mainly to the car. We also wrapped tints in another car. And then we also were filming with a Porsche GT3, which I think you guys are going to be seeing next week. So yeah, things are really starting to ramp up here at Empire, which has absolutely been amazing. We're getting so many more wrap jobs in at the moment. It has been awesome. We've been booked out with tinting for ages, like weeks in advance. But yeah, so anyway, the boss's car right here, Brett's car, the beautiful Rapid C200. She is brilliant, looks amazing. The Hexus, and then we also have the R33 over here, looking all snazzy. I'm honestly thinking about wrapping this too, but I have a very particular color in mind for that, and I probably will let you know. It is Miami blue. I reckon this thing would look sick in Miami blue, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Look at this thing. This is one of the most beautiful cars I have ever seen in a while. So this is a well, yeah, an AC Cobra. This one here was built in the, I believe, early 2000s by DRB Sports Cars, and it is absolutely amazing. So yeah, this thing we've had in the shop for the past couple of days, and we've been doing a little bit of filming with it, just for promotional stuff. It's getting a few little bits of PPF done to protect the car, because the guy that owns this does take it out on the track every now and then. A few little cool things to note. I believe it's a Ford 427, and it is absolutely incredible. These side pipes here, unfortunately, I actually just found this out today. Not a lot of the Australian ACs have these that are actually used. Don't actually use these, they're not functional, they're just for show. If you guys can see out the back of the car, I actually have exhaust pipes down the back there, and yeah, mainly for engineering purposes. But one of the things is, when you're driving the car, it actually sounds a little bit interesting because you're only hearing one side of the V8. Obviously having the extractors come straight out and then dump straight here, it's more close to you, and then the other side sort of can't really hear unless it bounces off other cars or a street or something like that. But yeah, I found that really interesting, that these things actually sound worse when you're driving them because you can't hear the other side of the engine. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to quickly set you guys up on a time lapse. We're going to be doing some more wrap stuff, and it's good fun. go. So the front bar is getting done as we speak. It is a little bit harder than what I originally thought. But yeah, it's crazy how many little pieces you have to sort of do it in to make it all work. Considering I also had some pretty dodgy touch-up. I don't know if you guys remember, but back when I first got the car, it had a big white primer spot right there. So I ended up doing my own touch-up job, and now I'll actually finally show you guys exactly how it looks. You can see that horrible line there. Well, yeah, that was me. All up here, that was all me. But all down here, all the paint had also come off, so yeah, let's hope that stays. Also, the front bar has been split down here, so we've just put a little bit of a drip stitch down there until I get the REM front bar eventually. And we can wrap that yellow as well.
You can wrap it yellow.
I can wrap it yellow. And then yeah, all of these will have all been, well, yeah, if you go to wrap the whole thing over, that's just going to be a, like down here will be a real big point of tension or stress, or how do you say it? Yeah, so yes, that can't really be done either. So after this little inlay here is done, these pieces here are completely covered up to about here with the lights. Apart from that, everything's looking pretty cool. And I've also just gone around. I'll see if I can find, where did I put it? Oh yeah. So this is the microfiber that I use to just get around the edges of the doors and everything. You see that, Brett? That's to get around the... It's clean, ready to wrap now. It wasn't about half an hour ago, but it is now. So, yeah. So this is where we're leaving it for tonight. We're just going to leave it so you can leave it with all these sort of hanging around, so that way overnight it can sort of lift up and do whatever it needs to do, and then we can work that out in the morning. It's looking good though, so yeah. It's not as good as this though, but oh well, who cares?
Yeah, and first of all, I'm not trying to be someone I'm not. Well, there's plenty different ways for you to go and get your props. You don't need to try pretending living lifestyles you ain't got. That's that shit I told myself when I was low and feeling lost. Learning lessons pay the cost while they watching you go.